Hey guys, I'm Fancy, and this is Murder by Design with another true crime tidbit. Alrighty, guys, so I'm just going to get right into it today. So we're talking about Trae Donaldson, and his actual name is Howell Emmanuel Donaldson III. So when 24-year-old Trae Donaldson was arrested on November 28th, 2017, on suspicion of 4 counts of murder, CNN reported that those that knew him were shocked. They just couldn't believe that the humble and sometimes shy guy they knew was capable of what he was being accused of. And that happens a lot with serial killers. In fact, we just saw the Golden State Killer where his family stood up in court and they didn't stand up, they sent in letters because of the COVID situation, but they were in court, talking and saying what a great guy he was. They couldn't believe this. It happens often with these serial killers. And oh, by the way, I was just streaming a court for Kelsey Thomas. Apparently it didn't have sound, so I removed it. I'm going to restream it now, and I will get the second half of it today too. So hopefully we'll be able to get that for you guys so you can watch that. Howell Emmanuel Donaldson, though, the third, was affectionately known by the name of Trae because he was the third generation of Howell Emmanuel Donaldson. WFLA News Channel 8 reported that he was born in North Carolina to Howell Emmanuel Donaldson Jr. and Rosita Donaldson, the middle child of 3. The family moved to Tampa, Florida, and Trae was active in sports throughout the years. He played high school basketball and graduated from Alonzo High School in 2011. After his arrest, none of Donaldson's coaches or teachers were willing to speak on camera. Once he graduated from high school, Donaldson moved to New York and began attending St. John's University. In January 2017, he graduated from St. John's University and returned to Florida. He passed a background check and was hired in February 2017 as a classroom support specialist at Ultimate Medical Academy in Tampa, Florida, and he also did some private coaching for kids. He would lose the job at Ultimate Medical Academy in May of 2017 because he stopped coming to work. According to the Lakeland Ledger, friends would later say that the next few months were a rough time for Trae Donaldson, and he changed. He wasn't the clean-cut, sharp-looking young man that his friends were used to seeing. He looked sloppy, and unlike the well-spoken, put-together guy that everyone knew, his behavior was different. His sister recently had a baby, and he wouldn't even go visit them. Nicole Minnis is the ex-girlfriend of Trae Donaldson, and according to her, they had broken up in 2013, and in 2017, he contacted her out of the blue. They continued to speak on and off. On November 11th, he called her to ask if he could stay with her because he had nowhere to go. He ended up staying with Nicole and her mom in their home until November 16th, when Donaldson started working as a crew member at a McDonald's in Tampa. They were surprised he was working there because of his education, but Donaldson said he was going through some stuff and trying to get his feet on the ground. There definitely seemed to be some stuff going on because according to police and court documents, over the course of 51 days, Donaldson had murdered Benjamin Mitchell, Monica Hoffa, Anthony Nambayo, and Ronald Felton in what's known as the Seminile Heights killings. The quiet, educated, well-mannered young man with no criminal record is now an accused serial killer. ABC Action News obtained the arrest affidavit from the Tampa PD, and reported on the timeline of events. On October 9th, 2017, around 9 p.m., Benjamin Mitchell was waiting at Seminole Heights bus stop when he was shot 4 times. Mitchell died from his wounds, and 2 SIG brand Smith & Wesson 40 caliber cartridge casings were recovered from the scene. Surveillance video showed a person walking toward the area about 8 or 10 minutes before the shooting, and the same person running away from the area about 25 seconds after the shooting took place. A witness called 911 right after the shooting and gave a sworn statement to police that they had seen a black male running down the block from the scene of the shooting. Now, this is very unusual. Black men usually do not become serial killers. It is usually a white male thing. Most of them, 99, 95%, I would say, are white males. It's very unlikely for a woman to become a serial killer. It's very unlikely, and it's generally unlikely for a black male. I don't know why it's usually exclusively white men, but it usually is. Black males, I think that being in gangs and killing bunches of people would be considered serial killing, but I guess it's more it's more put around a gang than being just your own serial killer type of person. So, I mean, this is very unusual. But on October 13th, 2017, the body of Monica Huff was found in an overgrown lot. She was shot 3 times, and 5 SIG brand Smith & Wesson 40 caliber cartridge casings were recovered from the area. At around 8 p.m. on October 19th, 2017, Anthony Nabayo was walking down North 15th Street and was shot 1 time in the head, dying on the driveway of the home he was walking past at the time. 1 Smith & Wesson 40 caliber cartridge casing was found at that scene. On November 14th in the early morning, Ronald Felton was shot and killed while crossing the street. And 4 40 caliber Smith & Wesson cartridge casings were found at that scene. A witness stated that she saw a black man about 6 feet tall with a thin, strong build shoot Ronald Felton and then run from the scene. The 4 murders all happened in the southeast Seminole Heights neighborhood of Tampa, and analysis proved that it was the same gun, a Glock 40 caliber handgun, used in all 4 shootings. The community was in mourning, but they were also afraid, and officers from several departments were stationed all throughout the community to help them feel better. There was a $110,000 reward for anyone who provided information leading to the suspect in these murders. 2 weeks after the murder of Ronald Felton on November 28, 2017, a Tampa police officer was in the McDonald's that Donaldson had been working at. The manager, DeLonda Walker, approached the officer and informed him that Donaldson, an employee, had given her a bag with a gun inside and also expressed that he needed to leave Florida. What kind of guy does that? Who goes to your boss and just gives her a gun and like, here you go, hang on to this for me. I got to get out of town. Super weird. When police checked the bag, a 40 caliber Glock firearm loaded with SIG brand Smith & Wesson ammunition was inside. Donaldson, who had left the McDonald's after giving the bag to Walker, came back and agreed to speak to the police. He was taken in for questioning, gave consent for police to search his car and cell phone, and also to take his gun to the lab for examination. Donaldson told police that he bought the gun and ammunition in September, and he had only been the only one in possession of the gun since then. Police investigations would show that he actually purchased the gun on October 3rd and picked it up along with ammunition on October 7th after Florida's mandatory 3-day waiting period. The documents that ABC Action News obtained also show that Donaldson's cell phone matched locations up with the time and locations of the murders. The bullets that killed the victims were fired through Donaldson's gun, and clothing in his car matched up with clothing worn by the suspect in surveillance footage. On the night of November 28, 2017, Donaldson was officially charged on 4 counts of murder. His family is said to be close-knit and religious and was completely devastated by the arrest and accusations against him. DeLonda Walker was later given the $110,000 for the information that led to his arrest. In June 2018, the Tampa Bay Times reported that data from Donaldson's cell phone showed a pattern. He visited a porn website after each of the murders, so it would appear that these were sexual satisfactions for him. In July 2018, according to court documents, Donaldson was found competent to stand trial, and WFLA reported that the state would seek the death penalty. Last year, his trial was set to begin on August 2020, but his attorneys filed documents earlier in the summer asking for him to have 4 separate trials. According to Fox News 13, they claim that evidence of each murder might help bolster proof in the other murders, resulting in an unfair trial. Hello? That's kind of how serial killing cases work. Oh, this is crazy to me. I can't imagine. I hope he does not get these separated. Last Wednesday, October 7th, Judge Samantha Ward ruled that Howell trial Donaldson III, the accused Seminole Heights serial killer, will have, oh my God, 4 separate trials with 4 juries, 1 for each charge of first-degree murder, instead of 1 trial for all 4 charges of murder. That's nuts. That's nuts. But I'm thinking he's going to be convicted of all 4 anyway, but wow. The first trial is set to begin next year, and Donaldson faces death if convicted. The Tampa Bay Times reported in 2019 that Donaldson was miserable in jail. Oh, poor guy, saying during a recorded phone call with his parents, "I can't be in here no more. My spirit is down. They're killing me." You know what I'm saying? They're killing me. Well, then don't kill people. His parents continued to stand by him, reassuring him that everything would be okay in a 2019 jailhouse video and phone recording that was released by the state attorney. I can't even believe this. This is just wow. Wow. I can't believe he got 4 trials in a serial killer type of situation. I can't believe that he's sitting there. Well, I can believe that he's sitting there crying, because a lot of times these guys who are these big bad serial killers, they don't do well in prison, and they cry and they whine and they moan. Like Chris Watts talking about the fact that he's triggered by the Netflix special. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have annihilated your entire family, asshole. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little fired up today about these things. So anyway, guys, I am just it's unbelievable. I can't believe all this. What do you guys think about it? I'm going to get back to playing the trial for you of Kelsey Thomas. It's a retrial. She was apparently tried last year, no, 2018, I believe, and it was a hung jury. So the last trial was a hung jury, and now she is actually going before a bench. She's doing a bench trial, which is just a trial before a judge instead of a jury. So that's very interesting. A lot of people don't pick those because they are always concerned that, they can sway several people, in a jury of 12, a lot of times you can sway a person here or there, but it's really hard to sway a judge a lot of times. So I'm surprised that they went that route, but it's very interesting. So I'll get back to playing that for you guys. And I think we have a 5 at 4 from Tori today. I think it's Tori. Wait a minute. No, Tori's on Wednesdays. I'm sorry. It's from Christina today, because I'm switching my days with Christina. So I will have that out for you at 6 o'clock tonight, or at 4 o'clock today. And then Colleen, hopefully we'll have her this day in True Crime at 6 p.m. She was a little under the weather this weekend, so she didn't get a lot of them recorded, but I will try and see if we can get those up. And don't forget to check out our episodes 2 and 3 of our season finale, a four-part season finale on Scott Peterson, head-to-head between me and Colleen. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are live on any of your major podcast platforms, as well as on our personal website, madgingerentertainment.com, where you can find our blog and there will be a blog about this, as well as this case today, our blog, our YouTube, and our podcasts, all in one area. And remember, at the end of the month, we're releasing 2 new podcasts. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for all of those. Bye. See you later.